Welcome everyone to our combo team time. Love this, love this. Just wanted to do a quick announcement, shout out to what's happening. In 1 month, pretty much from now, is convention. The tickets, the last day to get tickets is on the 30th. So if you are planning on going to convention, get them now. If you're not planning on convention, plan on convention. You still need to be there. Now, it will change your business. I will tell you that. If you make it to convention, it will change your business. So if at all possible, figure out, Terry Miller had said it best. So there's only 2 reasons for not going to convention. That's if you're living or you're dying, or you're having a baby or you're dying. Those are the only 2 reasons to miss it.
If someone's entering the world or exiting the world.
Yeah. So anyways, those are, I mean, it is that important. I mean, Tiana and I that's what changed our whole outlook in this business. A couple other things I know I just put on my page, there's going to be the health, what was it? The Hope Summit. Dr. A Unplugged. Oh yeah. Dr. A Unplugged is a $25 add-on.
That'll be the Sunday morning.
The Sunday morning. I mean, that is a pretty class. It used to just be kind of Dr. A by the pool, but it's gotten so big now that it's not just Dr. A by the pool anymore. The Fall Summit, I just want to bring this up real quick, is November 7th, 8th, and 9th in Phoenix, Arizona. Qualifications for that. This is not a just everybody can attend. There's qualifications. You have to have a $6,000 frontline volume and have at least 2 senior coaches. That is going, and that's July through August. So 2 out of those 3 months you have to hit those qualifications. So July is coming up next month. If you want to go to that summit, the Fall Summit, make sure you're really digging in and shooting for that. I know there are some people that have hotel rooms available open. If you need roommates, make sure you jump on those also. I jump into your team message and see if there's people that want a room, because I know there's a couple of rooms available. So, all right, anything else that anybody else wants to bring up real quick? All right, the Widemans have the mic.
Woo! Welcome to Team Time again. I'll say that. We are so excited to share with you. David started sharing the screen. We're going to run through this little PowerPoint. Tonight, we're going to talk about the gift of sponsoring, obviously. And for us, I guess we like to just kind of start out with saying like what that means. As an assignment, quote unquote, Team Time was supposed to be about acquiring coaches. And we kind of don't love that statement, acquiring coaches, because we're not ever really trying to get anything. It's always about giving this gift. So as we are sponsoring new clients, and we talked about that, now we're going to talk about sponsoring new coaches. And so how we might give this gift away. David, you want to say anything or move the slide?
Okay, sure. So the gift is sponsoring. So we divided it into kind of 5 buckets. And since it's summer, we have kind of a beach theme we're going with. So I don't know about you, but when I was little, I used to love going to the beach and going and looking for shells. So we're going to kind of analogize and see how that compares with kind of sponsoring. And surprisingly enough, just like you could with just about any kind of nature event, it's very comparable. So the first
yes, the beach.
What's up, sweetie?
I said, woohoo, yes to the beach.
Yes. The second one is fill your bucket using the system. The next one is look for leaders. Next one is don't rule anybody out. And last, continue to invite. Okay. Okay, so know your gift. You want to take this, Hyde?
I do. So first of all, here you see this little clamshell with a pearl inside. Do you know how coaching can bless someone? That's something we have to sometimes figure out, because it can be dependent upon the individual as to how coaching would bless them. But do you feel like you are the piece of sand just bothering them, or are you helping give them the gift of a pearl? Okay. Do you believe that the people we offer have more to gain from joining our community and helping others than we do from them working alongside of us? Is this really about, hey, you should be a coach with me? Or is it about, hey, coaching is going to change your life? Okay. So just kind of taking that perspective and deciding if you are just a thorn in their side or a grain of sand in their clam, or if you are really truly helping them create this pearl.
So going along with that, Heidi, I think something very important is you can't effectively share something if you don't know its value, right? So
right.
You go into, there's a store that you go into a store and he's trying to get rid of his coins to a pawn shop for $1. And then he goes and finds out it's worth millions, right? So how are you going to share something? If this guy, he obviously didn't really care. He was just trying to offload it, but he didn't know its value. So whenever you hold Optavia in your heart, in your hands, do you think of it as a pearl or a sand dollar? Is it something that you're just trying to get rid of or use, or is it something of value? Because really it can change people from death to life. It can cause a healthy mindset, a change in the mind. It can do all of these amazing things, poverty to riches. We know all those stories, but you have to really know it. So, and if you know it, you think to yourself, yeah, I know what it is. But if you really know what it is, are you excited? Are you going to all of the trainings? Are you doing all of those things? And if you're not, you probably don't have the full vision of what it actually is. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, David.
Okay. So the next one is fill your bucket. So like I said, I loved to fill my bucket when I was little with a whole bunch of shells. I don't know if you're like me, but I would just dump whatever I could into that bucket. And then I tried to stash it in the car without my dad looking, but my dad would always know, hey, what you trying to do? There's something smelly in that car. So then we would go through the bucket and then we'd wash it all off. We'd clean off the shells and figure out which ones were something that I'd want to take home. So the same kind of thing is with coaching. You want to talk about it, Hyde?
Sure. So we want to discover how coaching will bless an individual. And we kind of just grazed over that as we've introduced this, but when you're doing a health assessment, you have the opportunity to see exactly how coaching can bless someone. And for most of you, you're going to know that there's not just one way this blesses you. If you've truly taken Optavia into your heart, it's probably blessed you in ways you didn't even expect. So for somebody who needed it for financial reasons and they jump on and they start generating this income, and it may take time and that's fine. But for somebody who's begun to do that, then to realize, oh my goodness, this coaching community has blessed and changed my life. Some of my best friends are right here. The people who cheer me on and build me up, right? There's no way you can know how coaching will bless an individual, but you can discover from a health assessment most often where you can offer that it may help them. And a lot of people at that time, they do start to latch on to the idea. And at least if they are not right away coaching, it's there in their mind. And that is why we present coaching when we do a health assessment. There's also, for me, having strong relationships with the clients early on. I'm reading comments. Heidi didn't need it, but okay. If that had a question at the end, I missed it. Sorry. But developing strong relationships with your clients early on, because if they know you love them, then when you're offering this coaching, they don't think it's that bit of sand bothering them. They will see it as the pearl because you live it like a pearl. You know, it shines, it's bright, it's beautiful. And so my daughter's asking for something, excuse me. So I would say that you want those relationships strong. And so you check in early and often. And you don't just message them in Messenger only. You make sure you're talking to them on the phone or on a Zoom, and you celebrate them. You celebrate everything. It's great if they send you something in Messenger and you say back, yay, and you send them a little GIF or GIF or however you choose to say that word, and you cheer them on and yay, and that's great. But it doesn't hurt to pick up the phone and say, oh my goodness, congratulations, that's amazing. Or send them a little video, something more. Keep that relationship really strong and celebrate them with your mentor. Let them know more than just you is cheering them on. And share the gift that we have and invite them to go ahead and test those waters. You know, go ahead and share a picture on their social media. It can be scary to them, but when you have that relationship with them, they're more willing to do something for you. They have that buy-in, so to speak. And we wanted Emily to take just 2 minutes and kind of share something with you. We've kind of given her a guideline of what to share, but she is a powerhouse of a coach. When she started coaching, she first told me no. She first said no, and that's okay. People do it all the time. And when she realized that she wanted it, I don't think she knew how it was going to change and bless her life either. And so all the things we've been talking about, we're going to give her a minute to just kind of share how it applies in her life and her world. Emily, you there?
Okay, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. Okay, so you asked me to share some real life stuff. And from my own perspective, when I became a coach, it was after a little bit of like thinking about it and trying to figure out if that was something that I could actually handle and that I could do. Anyway, Heidi had, oh my word, it just got dark in here. Hang on. I'm sitting in a room that is like motion censored. Anyway, anyway, so Heidi had all the faith in me to be able to do what I needed to do. And that was, knowing that she trusted me to be able to help other people was probably the catalyst that helped me to kind of jump in with both feet. In my own experience of having clients and helping to cultivate them into coaches, I have a powerhouse client, and she is like totally rocking her own program, and she is a powerhouse like coach as well. And in the beginning, she was very like combative, almost like, no, I don't want this program, no on this program, no on the coaching. But she has turned around, and it's been a really wonderful experience. We were friends before, like we were good friends, and we chatted a lot about other things. And then we started talking more about this. And when she kind of saw the vision and saw how I was changing, and not only just my physical change, but like how coaching was blessing my life, she wanted to know more. And Shari Bennett is who I'm talking about, and she's totally awesome, and I love working with her. But in the beginning, she wasn't really super excited about coaching, but she saw the vision and caught the vision and has really like taken off. She's totally awesome. And so I know that as we like discover coaching for ourselves and make it be a part of our lives, that we can turn around and bless other people with it.
So awesome. Thank you so much, Emily. You're exactly right in that. David, do you want to chime in here? When David was little, he would like to find the shark teeth, not just the shells. So when you're collecting seashells, there may be something more out there. Sand dollars, shark teeth, maybe crabs. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, yeah, sometimes you want to be specific, right? So you want to find the good stuff. You just don't want to settle for just any shell, right? So you know what you're looking for. So with leaders, that's kind of the case. You want good leaders on your team. You want good people on your team. You know that the good leaders are the people that really have a deep impact on your business, not only for your business, but you know that they can have a bigger impact on helping the world get healthy. So some of those qualities of the leaders you can see on conventions, maybe there's some of your mentors on this call. You can see they're passionate about it. My wife is very passionate about this business, and I love it. They have lots of love for other people. They also may be a little bit humble. They're willing to learn from others, and they really want to help out people. They feel that is their lifelong goal. I want to be able to help somebody. help somebody be able to accomplish their goals. So for those kind of people, you have to listen. You need to listen first because you need to figure out how can this program bless them? Because there's different aspects. Maybe it's time freedom. Maybe they need some money. Maybe it's accountability with their health. And maybe it's just getting their mind straight, or maybe it's just having that community that they feel a part of. One thing you'll notice, good leaders are generally often busy. Occasionally you'll find people that really need something like a vision, and then they'll jump at that. But most of the good leaders are busy. So what do? These leaders happen to have good jobs, are successful, and that kind of thing. So with that in mind, I just wanted to share this brief parable. It's called the parable of the two lamps, okay? And I like this parable, okay? So it's the story of this guy, this student with the lamp. And he bought it with his hard-saved earnings. It was way back at the end of the 19th century, right? They didn't have light bulbs back then, or...
So it's an oil lamp,
Correct, an oil lamp. Okay, and so one day he was just sitting there with his oil lamp studying, and along comes a stranger. And the stranger was really cool. He has a smile on his face. He had a bundle of these lamps. And so he comes up to him and he starts chatting with him. He chatted with him the whole night until the whole day until it started getting nighttime. So then he asked the student, hey, I'm sure you have to study a lot in the library doing all of these lamps. I think you could use the lamp that I have. And the student said, nah, I already have a lamp. And it's been tested. I use it all the time. It's called an argon lamp. It's one of the best. You know, if there was eBay, you could buy it there. You know, you could. It's just an amazing lamp. And the guy looks at the lamp and he said, wow, you are right. That lamp is one of a kind. You know, and he said, you know what? Hey, can I see that lamp? So the student turns on the lamp and said, wow, look at this lamp, right? It's amazing. And he said, you know what? It is amazing. Can I try my lamp? So he turns on his lamp, and it's 4 times brighter than the other lamp. And the student says, wow, how much does that cost? I want that lamp. So he gives him the price. He buys the lamp from him. The next day, he sees the lamp peddler on the street, and he says, hey, how come you're not working? And he says, do you think I would be so foolish as to go around trying to sell lamps in the daytime? Would you have bought one if I had lighted it from you when the sun was shining? I chose the time to show the superiority of my lamp over yours, and you were eager to own the better one I offered you. So this parable of the two lamps really, I think, applies. We are the lamp. Optavia is the oil. How big is your lamp shining? Would a leader want to join your team? And if not, think about that. What can you do to fully gain the understanding of that pearl? Understanding of what we have to offer, so other people will flock to come join Optavia and work with you to accomplish the mission of getting the world healthy. So we asked Shari to get on and talk about what she's doing for looking for leaders.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I am musical director for a show that opens tomorrow night. So we're in our last tech rehearsal. So I've snuck outside onto the back stage. You know, I've listened to a lot of calls, and I've done a lot of like soul searching in what my role is in offering this to others. And I think our role is to offer it to anybody that wants to change. And I've thought to myself in talking to doctors about this, I have 2 doctors actually right now that are really trying to figure out how to establish this in their practices. I have a buddy 2 people right now who don't need programs. They'd make amazing health coaches. And I've talked to them about what it can offer to others because they have a genuine heart for others. And my theory is that if I never say anything, I've already received a no. So what is the harm if I say something and I receive a no? I mean, there's just no harm in that, because if you don't say anything, you already have the no. So there's no rejection. And the moment I started looking at it that way, that like nothing bad will happen. I haven't lost anyone yet. I haven't lost friends. I haven't been acutely rejected, like, how dare you think of me in such a kind, wonderful, generous way to think that I could help others, right? And it's been really freeing. The other thing is that I was listening to a podcast the other day on my walk, and the guy said, if you have something that can relieve the suffering and anxiety of somebody else, whether it's financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, nutritionally, and you don't share it, how dare you? And I went, oh, I have people. And I got on the phone after that because I'm like, how dare I keep that from them, because I'm judging them whether or not they want to accept that. Well, all of the people I spoke to that day, and I reached far, they're all like, send me more information. I want to know more. And we've had follow-up phone calls, and they're asking questions, because if you come at it from a genuine, I have something that will offer and help and can help become, and not from like, well, I want you because I get more money, right? I think they feel that, and they take it as a genuine friendship, kind, loving compliment. And so that's all I'm doing. I'm reaching out and offering the opportunity to coach to anyone that I think cares about people. And thank goodness my life is filled with a lot of people that care about people. And you should offer it, because the worst thing they can say is no. And if you don't offer it, you already got the no. So it's like, I don't know, no loss, right? And that's all I have.
Thanks, Shari. That was great. So yes, definitely. We want to share it with everyone. And there's specific people, the specific kind of people that we think could really benefit from this, and that would be amazing leaders for our team. Hyde?
Okay, so don't rule anyone out. Just trust the process. This isn't necessarily new information for everybody tonight, but make sure you're not deciding for them. Give them the opportunity to choose coaching by offering it. And if you truly believe like this is a gift and it's become a gift in your heart and in your life, then it can help everyone. And who are we to pick and choose who gets the gift? Just share it and live it out loud. I guess for David and I, this has truly, truly blessed our lives in ways we never imagined. And that's why we kind of set it up this way in the beginning, just saying like, you know, it can bless you in more than one way. It's not just finances or just your health or just building community or, you know, whatever it might be. So you're up here. It can bless you in so many ways. And I would say that it's blessed me in all of the ways, and ways that I've yet to even discover moving forward. Go ahead, Dave.
So just wanted to add, I mean, each cell is one of God's creations. Every one of them has value, right? So the same with each
the one with crabs.
Yeah, this little hermit crab that my dad didn't want me to bring along home with us because it stunk, you know, usually a day, and then it ended up dying, right? It has value. Somebody across the world, you know what, they're going to say, wow, I love the way that hermit shell looks. I want to do what he's doing, right? It doesn't matter what you look at. It doesn't matter if you're dirty. It doesn't matter. Everyone maybe needs a little bit of mending, is cracked or whatever. We all can become better. And Optavia is a tool to help us to get there. Okay, Jenny, what we got?
So, Jenny, are you there?
Yeah, did you want to preface something, Heidi?
Yeah, go for it.
So don't rule anyone out. So I had a good friend, she's on here, Jen. I reached out to her with program for health reasons. And through all of that, her husband unfortunately passed away, and it was a terrible time. It was stressful, and she did not need one more thing on her plate. But because I knew that this program could help her physically, emotionally, and financially, I talked to her about it instead of feeling like, why would I trouble her to start program and invest money when she has none and she's in so much debt to try and pay for the funeral and wrap up everything, la, 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 la. Like, I almost feel like, aren't you kind of selfish? Like, my husband actually, it was like, you talked to her about program? Like, she doesn't have the money. And I was like, that's why she needs program. anyways, and so I talked to her about it, and she went on program and is doing amazing and is now a coach because she sees how coaching can bless her life tremendously, and she needs that so much. So I didn't rule her out, and I'm so glad. And as I'm building my team in Hong Kong, I mean, first off, my mom, like, she doesn't necessarily need it for like the financial reasons, but I offered it to her so that we could help our family. And now our family in Hong Kong is getting healthy. She's a coach for a different reason, a whole different reason. Not ruling them out. I would never have thought in a million years that I would be business partners with my mom. And I'm just ecstatic.
Woo! Love it.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jenny, and everybody for being on Team Time tonight. We're going to do a quick wrap up, and then right at the end, Raynell wanted to share something. We asked Raynell to share something, but people who say no the first time, oh my goodness, keep a record of them, because there's so many no. I've gotten more no's than yeses in the process, and you have to get the no's to find the yeses. Continue to cultivate, keep those relationships alive. Honestly, that's probably what I already did naturally. I love people, right? And so it's natural to want to keep those relationships alive, especially if they say no. Actually, that doesn't mean we're done talking because that was awkward and uncomfortable. I'm going to continue to build all the relationships, all the friendships, all the time. Wait for that moment. I know David's going to want to chime in just a second, but wait for that right moment in offering coaching as well. If you know, sometimes you feel it and you know, like, this is the time, go ahead. Don't let fear stop you from taking those appropriate times. And remember that a no, it's not a no, but I don't know enough yet. If you're painting a picture for them, like this analogy, paint the picture, because in sign language, if I want to say something, like if I'm going to say the bird is on the telephone wire in sign language, I am going to show you two poles and then a wire connecting them and then a bird, and then I put the bird on the wire and you can see the whole picture. We are painting them a whole picture that they can only see the parts we give them. So you want to do that and use your mentorship, because your mentorship, they're just adding more brush strokes to the picture, okay? Sometimes it might take 7 or more times, okay, to ask or offer coaching, to offer this incredible pearl, to offer more light to their world. Raynell, will you please take those 2 little minutes to share, and we'll wrap this thing up.
Okay, am I on? Can you hear me? Yes? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, so, you know, I get a lot of no's. And a lot of those no's, of course, I know are really not yet for the most part. I mean, I do have a lot of friends who push off the program, various reasons. Most of them are financial. And I think that the hardest part for me is, how do I keep that relationship going when there is that no? But I've gotten a few people into the Nothing to Lose page, and I'm keeping at them with the coaching. But what I've noticed is that no matter whether or not they come on and coach with me, is that they are still getting healthy. They are still communicating. They are, like, I have a girl out there, I would love for her to coach with me. Her name is Melissa Bodman, and she's in our Nothing to Lose page. She's been doing her own thing, but she still gets there and coaches, even though she's not doing our program specifically, but she still gets to get in there. And for me, while that's not helping me with my own business necessarily right now, it keeps me going. It keeps me on my game. It keeps my relationship with her going. And it's opportunity for her to get healthy and to see what else is going, because by her staying in our group and by her seeing what our coaching can offer, we still talk about it. And the fact that we're still talking about it is that's future opportunity for both of us. And then, of course, then I've got a couple of other people that I've been
I've got. We're not supposed to say that, are we? So I'm coaching a couple of people also who have said no to me several times, and finally, yeah, David. You know, I have a couple of friends that are my coaches now, and they said, like I said, no several times, and you know, some for them it wasn't for them, and it's hard. That's the hardest part, is they've said no, so they've already got into it. Some of them have gone into it with already that shield, and I've learned something about me. You know, one of our challenges this month was to do some personal development. Well, I took a class, and I've learned that I'm a driving type, and so I like to get the job done, get in, get it done, let's go. And I'm trying to learn to coach myself on how to work with other personality types, other driving types or amicable types, and it's not easy for me. And that's something that I'm learning, is I still need to learn. And so this process of that no is helping me on learn how to offer that gift a different way to different personality or different driving types, different, what is that word I'm looking for? But anyway, so everybody takes a different approach. It's, some people need more feel good. Some people need more direct to the point. Some people need more, just a little bit different. Anyway, so I think that that's something that's really helpful, is to learn on how we interact with our own coaches and our friends and everything, is to keep that no from being a permanent no by keeping that communication open. That's me.
Okay. So I just, we'll just wrap it up. Thank you so much for everybody who's participated. There's lots of different things we talked about. Hopefully something hit home. Just invite, share that gift. Hiram, you want to wrap it up?
Actually, I'd like to wrap it up tonight.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out to all of you something that I think a lot of us feel like we need to do this business precisely, picturesque, to make it look appealing to people. You guys, this is a heartfelt business. If we go by our heart, then people feel our heart. And I just want to point out all the people who presented tonight and the situations they presented in. When you try to work in perfection, you're not going to inspire. Work messy, work real, work through life. You look at everyone. David was presenting from home while his wife was in the car with her kids in the background. Maybe she was threatening them with, like, I'll take away the things if you aren't quiet. I don't know. But you know what? That's how life goes. And then the next person, Emily, was in a cleaning closet, probably at the church. It looked like a cleaning closet at the church. She paused from what she was doing in real life to share some awesome pointers with us in the middle of what she was doing. Shari stepped out of a rehearsal to speak with us. She still had that happening in her life. Jenny was at home with her kids there in the background. Beforehand, they weren't there during the picture, but they were there beforehand. I saw them. And Raynell is normally exercising during this, and with her little tank, maybe she is, I don't know. But the point is, when you live your life, and you live with passion in your life, and you fit this business into the cracks of your life, the moments that you can spare, people see, you know what? I can do this too. If she can do this while she's having her kids in the car, or she's cleaning and she had to tuck away in the cleaning closet, or she's exercising, whatever it might be, people realize, I can do this too. I don't have to be perfect, because you guys, we're not perfect. We're coaches here to inspire with how life really goes. We're all just trying to do one thing better at a time every day. So I hope you guys caught that and felt a little bit inspired by the fact that you can do this as well as you want to, just by loving on people and fitting into the cracks of your life. That's all I got to say.
Love you, everyone.